This man has a special hobby. When he passed someone's house, he would put a flyer advertising on the door of that house. A few days later, if the advertising flyer had not been torn off, he would unlock the door. But the goal is not to steal, but to live in this house. The first thing he did was hit the phone to see the landlord's schedule. After confirming, he was sure they wouldn't come back early. Then rest assured to stay. Brushing teeth, bathing and dressing the owner of the house. Eat the food in the refrigerator. But she will clean the messy house. He also fixes broken toys. He made himself the owner of this house. After that, he watched television while sleeping. In this way, he has lived in dozens of empty houses. When at someone's house, he will take a photo with the family who owns the house. Every time before his owner came home, he could always disappear without a trace. And the owner did not realize that someone had lived in his house. Looks like this family trip. Not very pleasant. They had been arguing ever since they entered the house. Cute kid shows that his toy gun has been fixed. At this time, Tai Tau rides a motorbike and leaves. He is a person who likes to do as he pleases. Have no place to live. Roaming everywhere. This time he came to a villa. Happily surveyed the mansion. Then inspected every corner of the house. Unknowingly, in the corner there was a girl huddled hiding. His face was full of bruises. Seeing a thief break into the house, he had no fear, just standing in a dark corner and observing Tai Tau's actions. At this time, the phone suddenly rang, but Tai Tau didn't pay attention. He continued his work, cooking, washing clothes, cleaning the house, then taking the clothes to the drying area. Don't forget to water the potted plants. Unknowingly, that girl was staring at him in the house. After doing all the homework, Tai Tau plays golf on the course. He seemed very interested in this rich man's sport. After a tired workout, he takes a shower, not forgetting to weigh himself. Before going to bed, Tai Tau also makes traditional crafts, enjoying life as a rich man. Now the girl opened the bedroom door and stood in front of him. They look at each other. Now the phone rings again. The girl gently answers the phone. Tai Tau didn't say a word either. He immediately put on his clothes and wanted to leave here. At this time the girl fell silent, with pitiful eyes and a face full of bruises. This made Tai Tau understand. The girl in front of him was tormented. But in the end Tai Tau still chose to leave. But not long after he left, he always remembered that girl. After thinking it over, Tai Tau decided to return to the big house. The girl was curled up crying in the bathroom. Tai Tau did not make a fuss, went into the living room, and put on a music disc. After taking a bath, the girl saw this scene. He felt an indescribable warmth. At the same time, the man who owned the house also returned. He directly abused the girl. After hitting, he apologized. This guy seems to have two personalities. Seeing this, Tai Tau was angry to the point of grinding his teeth. Tai Tau, who plays golf, has caught his attention. After the man came out, he immediately hit the ball towards the lower half of his body. He kept hitting the ball at him, causing him to fall to the ground in agony. Then Tai Tau left riding his motorcycle. The sound of the engine roaring. Finally the girl also went with him. Now these two people live as parasites. Both of them have no place to live. The girl followed the Tai Tau custom. They went from door to door to post little flyers on doors. If after a few brochures are not torn, he will enter the house to become a parasite. They didn't steal, just looking for a place to eat and sleep. Eating their food, using their things. The girl cleans the house. They don't cook rice. They work tirelessly together. Without saying a word, they live together in harmony. Take a photo with the family that owns the house. Today as usual, they entered the house of an ordinary family. On the wall hangs a large photo, showing the profession of the owner of this house. They didn't pay much attention. Eat and drink enough, then go to bed. Unexpectedly at midnight, the owner returned home. When they find a stranger in their bed, they are amazed. The man put on gloves and went into the bedroom. Then beat Tai Tau, who was still sleeping soundly. His wife was afraid he would kill her. Then stopped her husband. Seeing no loss in the house, they let the two go. Now they could only spend the night on the side of the road. Tai Tau had time to play golf, because he hit the ball too hard. The ball hit a car on the road. The two rushed over to check. It turned out that the windscreen was broken and made a big hole. The woman inside was also hurt by it. Tai Tau was scared. He squatted on the side of the road. Tin Hua hugged him to calm Tai Tau, but they still didn't give up. continuing their parasitic life. Today they went to an elderly home. Tai Tau opened the door, and was shocked, when he wanted to turn around. But Tin Hua wanted to look inside. It turned out that this old man had died. They both stared at the old man, then did something for him. Tai Tau found the contact number of the old man's son on the wall, but no one answered the phone. There was no other way. They had to take care of the old man, wrapped the old man up, then buried him. Finally, the two of them cleaned the house. Since then they have been more stable. Soon the old man's son and daughter-in-law returned to visit. When they didn't see their father, and there was only the odd couple, they were terrified, rushed to close the door and called the police. The police took them both to the office for questioning. They see many photos on Tai Tau's camera. The act of breaking this house key. It's been how many years no one has reported. Not long after, the police found the old man's body. Later they determined that the old man had died of lung cancer. So can't blame that they have killed him. But kidnapping cannot be denied. The police recognized Tin Hua. His name was on the missing persons notice. The police immediately informed this man. Paha colluded with the police, giving him a large sum of money to accuse Tai Tau of kidnapping. Before entering the prison, Paha took him somewhere. He wanted to use golf to get his revenge. That day Tai Tau worked with him. The police in the car saw Paha's actions. When he saw Paha, he was quite angry, then immediately arrest Tai Tau to return to prison. While in prison, Tai Tau forgot his revenge. He played the shuttlecock. It didn't even make a sound. His cellmates mocked him. Tai Tau got angry, and fought with them, due to their dangerous behavior. Tai Tau is locked up. But this also gave him a good chance. Room size is not more than 10 square meters. The prisoner disappeared again, but the prisoner didn't escape. Only took off his shoes, lean against the wall, and slowly move. The warden didn't see anyone. Through the surveillance door, then hurriedly opened the door. To check, he saw Tai Tau smile cynically at him. Then he was slapped by the warden. Tai Tau was angry, but gradually realized the hidden secret. He had to find another place the warden didn't see. After the warden left, he was like a gecko stuck to the wall, little by little crawling on the wall. The second time the warden checked the prison cell, through the surveillance door, he saw her no more. He went in to check, but still couldn't find it. Then he looked up. Tai Tau was attached to the upper door. The warden knocked him down, then warned him, "If you do this again, you will die." But after that, Tai Tau only mediated, then spread his hands. Wiggle your finger, not forgetting to check with his eyes. He wanted to explore the limits of human vision. He had to hide in a blind spot, the range of human vision. And what he wants to do is to control his actions. He always trains to walk and breathe, performing actions without speaking. At this time the prison warden came again. He couldn't see it from all sides. Feeling someone, but seeing no one, without knowing that now Tai Tau is like a devil, hiding behind him. The warden saw a shadow on the floor. When he came to his senses, he immediately hit him. This time he warned her again. You have trained well. However, do not forget to consider the psychology of other people. Now what can you do? The warden's words woke him up. He drew an eye on his palm, using that as anticipation of his actions when out of sight. After so much practice, he waited for the warden. His magical abilities gradually developed. It even started to react to the warden's punches. The warden of the prison was under constant attack. But Tai Tau did not use this ability to escape from prison. He lived there until released from prison. After being released from prison, the first thing he did was went to the basement, using one golf ball to kill the police officer who had caught him. Then he visited every family home he had ever lived in. Everyone noticed there was someone's presence, but not seeing anyone. Finally Tai Tau gathered his courage, returning to Tin Hua's place. Paha also felt someone's presence in the house, but can't find anyone. At night, Tin Hua did not sleep. He went to look in the mirror. Finally Tin Hua saw the man he always missed. On Tin Hua's gloomy face, a smile reappeared. Suddenly Paha felt something was wrong. He went out, but saw only Tin Hua. Her gloomy face has also changed. Tin Hua says that he loves her. Paha hugged Tin Hua, but he couldn't see Tin Hua raising his arms behind his back. Since then, is Tin Hua okay? The next day he prepared breakfast for Paha. It's just that he doesn't know that now in this house is occupied by 3 people. When Paha left the house, in the darkness Tai Tau appeared. This is the time for both. They stand at the weigh-in. The weight hasn't changed. What do the audience think about the ending of this film? The story ends.